Can I shave this amp? I don't know. We're going to find out. This is a Roland stereo mixing keyboard amplifier. It's got 4 channels, and it's rough shape, but it sounds really good. I plugged it in the other day. Very warm tone. The only thing I was seeing from it was the pots were a little scratchy, possibly the input. We'll look at that. And it's pretty dirty, fuzzy and pilly. And the one thing I did notice when I had it plugged in was that it has no ground plug, and that might be part of the little buzz I was hearing as well. I normally don't work on amps because I don't know much about them, and I'm learning, but they could be dangerous. So you want to, if you don't know what you're doing, don't take your amp apart. I'm an idiot. So, I mean, this is for entertainment purposes only. I mean, what could be more entertaining? I mean, I could either fix this thing or I could die, you know? So, win-win for you, right? If I do die, I left a note for my wife to upload the footage so you can all see it. So, yeah, let's get into it. This, I plugged this in a few weeks ago, was when I tested it. So it's been unplugged for a few weeks. So I'm going to go and just test, make sure that the capacitors are discharged and all that. It's a solid state amp, so I don't think that will be an issue, but I don't want to chance it. So, yeah, I'm going to just take it slowly and see if we can get this cable replaced, the power cable. I want to get that replaced and clean the pots and just check all the insides, see what's going on in there. So, stay tuned.
They call me Mr. Meantime, and you know what I mean. They call me just in time. You got a baby. They call me
Alright, so the first order of business is to change out this power cable. And that is 3 wires here. There's 2 on the board, and the ground, which is mounted down here. So we get to work replacing that cable. Before I put it in, I want to kind of do it like the factory did it with the shrink wrap over the ends. So, try that.
Alright, that keeper is nice and tight there. Secure this wire loom so it's out of the way. I'm not going to include the power on it this time though. Alright, power cord done. Let's see, where's the channel 1? That would be down here. I think the next thing I want to do is inspect the these are where the input jacks fall, input and output jacks, and I just want to check those for any broken solder joints. It's a lot of pressure when you put a jack in there, and it could over time break one of these solder joints. So I'll put my spectacles on and see if I can find some. You know what? They all look really good, so I'm not going to mess with them. I'm going to let that dry for a little bit, and I'm going to unplug these from the amp, and we'll deal with the amp separately. Okay, while the internals of that are drying off, I want to focus my attention on cleaning up the front here while I have it apart. I think that's a good opportunity. It's got like two different sets of knobs, so I don't know which ones are the originals. And these are like Allen wrenched in there maybe. So, and this one was missing entirely. Again, these little screws, everything is here is just so oxidized. It's tough to get anything to move correctly. Alright, let's try to clean this up. It's filthy. So while we're here, I'm noticing that some of the there's two missing down here. Channel 1 are both missing, and a couple of them are loose. So see if I can find some replacements for these, and we'll tighten the rest up. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I can put this aside and we can get to the cabinet part of it. So we still haven't discovered if I can shave this amp yet. Needs some cleanup for one, and some of it's just coming off. So I bought some Gorilla Glue spray adhesive. I'm going to try to put it back in there and see if we can tighten this back up. So it's just this area right here that the glue's come undone, and same area on the other side, and a little bit up on top. So almost thinking what I want to do is spray this in here and then flip the amp up on its side and let it rest for a couple hours. Come back and do the other two sides. Top I can put some weight on. I suppose when I flip it up I can put weight on that side. Well, let's start over here. Really quick. When you're spraying inside, it just rises up out of the... Let's see if I can show you this. At the top of the amp. Pick it up on the camera. Alright, I'm going to let that set up overnight, and then we'll bring out the razor and see if we can shave it. A lot of fuzz is just coming off like this that can probably go. I also want to take the grill face off and clean behind that, clean this off, lightly blow off the speaker and clean out the cones. Give it a more presentable look, especially if he wants to bring it out and gig with it, which I think something like this would be great. You could have, you know, your guitar, your little acoustic guitar, and your mic plugged into it. I think that would work really good. So, that's it for me tonight. Alright, it's the next day. That Gorilla Glue set up really nice. Take this grill cover off. I use a little soft little paintbrush here to just get all this dust off. Alright, now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Can we shave an amp? I don't know. We're going to find out. Does it work? These are very old clippers too. It's working down here on the shorter pills. Just a little off the top. That looks 1,000 times better. Wow. Let's see how we can get the. Doesn't like the thicker stuff. Tell you what, it's not like giving somebody a haircut. But it's working. It's really doing a good job. There's nothing I can really do about these super busted apart pilly spots, but it's going to have a much better look overall. That worked really good. You can't, like when you're giving somebody a haircut, you can kind of get different angles. You got to keep this flat, going straight like that, you know. Just keep the bottom guard flat with what you're doing, and it seems to work pretty good. There's nothing I can do about these major spots where there's loss, but it looks 1,000 times better. And I should be able to blow all that off. Well, it doesn't look like ZZ Top anymore, but I think that'll do. There's a couple little spots here. It's breaking apart here and here in the top. But I think that'll do. As we'll clean this handle up pretty good while we got it out. we'll get these back on there. Alright, poking around in my stash, I did find this little red knob. That'll fit on there. There it does. So, awesome. Got knobs on everything. Guess the only thing left to do is to plug it in, try it out. Try channel 1 to start off with. Channel 1, volume. It's a line out if you have something. That works. Oh, that's a mic. Channel 2. Channel 3. Channel 4. Very cool. So that's sounding pretty good. Alright, and I think that concludes it. You know, we cleaned it out, we replaced the power cable, cleaned her, we shaved her. You can shave an amp, just make sure your clippers are sharp, have some patience. This thing looks 1,000 times better. It's an old amp, I don't know if I would trust it gigging, but as far as a great little practice amp, I think this would work out great for you if you have one. And it's got a nice little warm sound to it. So anyway, I'm going to get this back to the man, and he can get out and start playing it again. I think it's been in a corner for a while, and yeah, we're going to get it back out there. So get out there, clean something up, make something happen. Thumbs up so I know you like my content, and we'll talk again soon. Bye for now.
They call me Mr. Meantime, and you know what I mean. They call me just in time.